See, I was asking his numbers were last week. I thought he told me.
We're rolling, Glenn.
And they've
It's
been
look.
There we
Look
are.
at this.
Look at the
We're all here.
And look at, oh jeez, it's the nighttime preview just looks magnificent, doesn't it?
We are recording.
Oh, okay.
Did you watch John Bonet case last night? How exciting was it? Did you watch it?
No.
Fuck, the kid killed her for sure.
Really?
Son, he's a murderer.
Welcome to the midweek preview, and as you can see, Glenn Pollitt's here, and amazingly, Gord's off his deathbed to be with us tonight.
Gord's here.
Contrary to popular reports.
Contrary to what Gordon Hayter thinks of you. I got to
Anyway.
say, Gordon Hayter, I love you. You're a very funny guy.
Yes, I'm
Big
sure.
old good here.
I'm trying to think it might be a mate of mine taking the piss. Because
Did you see the phone
it
number?
doesn't seem to be very logical.
Did you see the phone number? 0666
Really?
Yeah, but his phone number is 666. So he's a funny bastard. Anyway, welcome to the midweek preview, Tuesday here. We're looking at Warwick Farm tomorrow, guys, and it's good to be here because I had no race meeting today. So, as promised, I turned up. Work done, ready to go.
Well, the good man Bevo, who's a fan of the show, he was tipping me Rockhampton all day. He said there's a very good 100 to 1 chance in the first.
Bullshit.
He ran second.
Oh, wow.
I watched
In
it.
a field of 6.
Down the bottom, Miss Isabel or something.
Yeah.
I watched that race.
Yeah.
Because I laid
The favourite, the $1.50 chance.
I laid $1.40 around the back. I laid $2.50, $100 on in play because I'm sick and got it beat. And then, of course, there's scuzzy things coming down. So I said, because it held up behind the barriers. And I remember thinking, oh, it's 200 to 1. Just take it out. And there it was, competing, got beaten ahead.
Hey, he tipped
What a
it.
great tip.
Huh?
Who did?
He lives up there. Yeah, Bevo on Twitter.
Well done, Bevo.
Oh.
Well done. That was a great tip, man. I hope you won something on it somehow.
So, Warwick Farm tomorrow, and there will be some rain mid-morning tomorrow, just to spice things up.
Oh, look, they're not going to fucking call them off. They called Goulburn off the other day because of what did they call Goulburn off because of visibility? And then they postpone it till when?
Yeah.
I want to just say, fucking jockeys just won't ride in the rain if there's no money.
I guess not.
When do they postpone it to? How do you postpone 3 races? And another thing is, how do you cancel a race meeting for poor visibility and everyone leaves the track? Why wouldn't you make the jockeys wait around for 2 hours?
If you notice about the first 3 races in Goldman as well, the only horse that got done that was odds on in the first 3 races was the one that had only had a 700 metre trial.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Cop that,
Was a
Gordo,
good one.
later. Take that stat and shove it right.
Right, so rail out 5 metres tomorrow. Up and off is my forecast.
Up and
You
off.
happy with that?
Yeah, I'm always happy with that. That suits me.
Race 1, 3-year-old maiden over the mile, and $2.40 is our favourite cross stitch, breaking up from last week. $3.80 for James Macker Nemrud. Out to $7 Betcha Thinking, $9 Winebush, $9.50 Audacious Choice, who looks our leader, and $11 Hollywood Mo. As I mentioned, Audacious Choice looks set to roll forward, and I imagine that there's a fair bit of jostling for the next position. It's basically catch and kill your own there because Lama Hilton's coming back in distance, and perhaps Hollywood Mo, who was ridden quite forward the other day, will be push on. Cross stitch can be as handy as she likes in relation to the other horses. Any thoughts here, Glenn?
Well, the first thing I noticed about that, we've got the very short price favourite here, cross stitch, about $2.70 or something. What is it?
It's $2.40 with the scratching of Hesdin.
Okay, well, it's got Huey to Glyn. It's a progressive horse. It's a nice style of horse, but it's Glyn, so be very wary there. I'm not saying he's going to ride it poorly. He could ride it absolutely perfectly. He's a very talented rider. And we've got Nimrod sitting up there in barrier 1 for a horse that really looks like it wants to truck and pull left, and it looks to find a tricky draw. So I don't know what I thought there. I thought that Audacious Choice, yes, might get on the money and might keep going with young Adam Hieronymus, who finally gets a ride somewhere. And big hello to Adam. He's actually on the Centrelink benefits scheme at the moment because I just keep rapping him. The kid gets 1 ride a month.
Well, it sounds to
Could that
me-
have anything to do with it?
He's a fucking.
You're his greatest fan.
He's a
therefore he
champion.
doesn't
He's a
get
champion
ride.
rider. Can't get a ride.
Well, it seems to me like the Waterhouse stable actually listens to you. Because when you actually think something like that, they tend to follow suit and actually give those jockeys some rides.
But Gay never gives him a ride.
I don't know, but she's the only one that gives him rides on decent things in the Metropolitan.
But he rides
area.
5 meetings a week for her. 5 mornings a week for her. She froze him like a dead set bone off with not a bit of flesh left on it.
It's the only bone he's getting, isn't it?
Well, I can't understand why.
Yeah.
He must. I mean, I like Eds, and I see him drinking occasionally, and he's a nice young fella. But maybe if a morning, maybe he's a cranky pants or something. Maybe he gets an all silly one to fuck off.
I don't think he's as good as he thinks.
All right,
he
we're
is.
wasting.
He is a good rider, Gord. He's a hot rider.
Well, I'll wait and see. I
All right.
want to see results.
I thought Audacious Choice might keep going, and I thought that Hollywood Mo definitely mapped well here in a race where I think Nimrod maps particularly poorly, and I don't know what to make about Cross Stitch. You put a gun up my head, what's the best horse in the race? I'd say it was Cross Stitch.
You're the Nimrod man, of course, because you were interested in Kembla. Was it just
Really
just
interested in
getting
Kembla.
ready? Was it?
Well, the favourite was there, and it did look a warm-up, didn't it? But, like, it attacked the line, but in the right spot. Tomorrow it's
wide draw to inside draw tomorrow.
wide draw to inside draw. It's like a massive negative pearl with a twist.
Yes, Gordo, you're in the favourites camp, I believe.
Yeah, I'm in the favourites camp. Probably won't be betting in the race because of the, what did you say, $2.40 mark?
$2.40, particularly attractive price.
Yeah.
A particularly attractive price. You're joking.
It lost momentum at a vital stage.
It did, it
over
was just gonna
1400
win, wasn't it?
It was just going to win. It was going to win by 2 or 3 lengths, and then because it shifted in and was corrected, it didn't win.
One good
But
thing
it was definitely going to win, and I think those 2 horses that beat are decent horses.
Good thing about them, there's
And
meat.
I like the fact that between the 800 and the 400, or maybe about the 700 and the 400, Huey had to ride it quite aggressively to keep with the pack, and then it was strong leg. Well, that was over 1,400 metres. This is 1,600 metres now. I'd suggest it'll be winning. I'm not sure whether I'll be betting or not, though.
He did sneak a little bit of extra time on the form after he took the bye yesterday, the leave pass.
You're not like me and Lambourne, we just work 25 hours a day.
Look, Cross Stitch is the likely type here. Glenn mentioned Hollywood Mo, who did quite a good job last week at his first hit out at Warwick Farms on the 7-day backup. He's out of the alternative race, so perhaps looking at him. And Winebush looked, he just didn't happen at Canterbury.
Well, you know he's going to wind up. You know he's going to win a race one day. You know he's going to just completely FUCK Glenn Pollard someday in his life. I can feel it coming. Finds out dollar third up tomorrow. But it does look like he's coming out in an ordinary race. That Oculus race doesn't look much, does it?
Well, it doesn't look much if you're on the fence.
Yeah, fair enough.
Look, bet your thinking had a perfect PR the other day. Perfect run. It would be my one to oppose with the horses under double figures there. That's race 1. Race 2, and it's a competitive 1,200 metre race for 3-year-olds, but we've got this dual acceptor problem, which is going to be fixed on October the 1st. The betting sees Coco Excel, which, as I
What do you mean October 1st? We're going to bring on the scratching a day early or something?
Yeah, this horse isn't allowed to be in 2 races at this time.
Overnight.
It has to be out on Monday, 5 p.m.
Okay, great. Gee, that suits everybody.
Yeah, we're still going to get the big
I don't
problem
know
on
what Waller's
Friday.
going to do about it, eh?
He's just going to obey the rules. That's what he does, doesn't he?
Yeah, of course he is.
Not all the time.
He's going to wear a black suit, a black tie and a white shirt.
Coco Excel $3.80, Revolver $5, Suspender $5, Missile Strike $6, $12 Walk Right In, $13 Aviator, $19 Illiterate, $19 Snip Missile, $21.50 Ways.
Geez, lots of ways to look at this race, guys. Great race.
Yes, and as it stands, Coco Excel is in the van. Missile Strike will poke up along the inside there, and I had Suspenders, who's fresh on the speed from her wide gate.
What do you mean Missile Strike pokes up? Doesn't it just, jump and
Drives.
hold the lead?
Well, it drives. I mean, look, gate 1, if there's intent out wide, there's no Monty to hold the front. You've got to remember where he could jump from the other day to lead. He jumped. It's quite
You're all right,
okay.
love. You're all
All
right.
right. No, it doesn't matter. That's fine.
He just wants to bring you on the show.
Can we send him around at Wentworth Park, love?
That's what we'll have to send around at Wentworth Park shortly, because there'll be no greyhounds. So maybe it'll be poodles around the 520.
Actually, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, that'd be high stepping.
That filthy beard might have barred greyhound racing, but let's have another dog.
Yes,
Let's have Cocker Spaniel racings. Bring your best cock out to Wentworth Park.
it's got
He only barred greyhound racing, he didn't bar dogs.
That's true.
You're onto something.
Yeah.
Hey, what about that gourd hater? Stick that one up your clacker. Good thinking all the time.
Yeah, so Missile Strike jumped from a wide gate the other day.
I just thought it naturally found the lead.
Okay.
You said it pokes through.
I'm happy for it to lead. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
thought-
I stand corrected. Okay.
Well, it's not correcting. I'm surprised. I just thought, in my head, barrier 1, there it is. I suppose I might be wrong.
Whenever I see, maybe we're at the wrong angle, but whenever I see a race start, particularly from Warwick Farm, the inside always seems to jump behind the outside. Is that
Well, I just thought he looked a more natural leader than Coco Excel.
Because she's back in distance and blah,
she?
blah, blah.
Well, she sort of found the leading position the other day. It was just weird. And it's not the wall away.
Right.
All right, let's move on. Sorry, I'm talking shit now.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I know it is. All right, so where are we all starting? Who's going to start with anything?
Oh, me.
You go.
There's an absolute moral in this. Right?
Beautiful. That's what we want to hear. Take this one, Gord Hater.
Well, Jesus, it's not building up too much if it doesn't win. You know, I'd like to
What are you
keep some
saying?
sort of like.
Oh, let me guess. I'll read you one. Revolver.
No, Coco XL, absolute moral. The 11 to 1400 metres on a heavy track was too much of a step for a young horse. It's had a freshen up, it's had a lovely trial, it's back to 1200 metres. It's a horse with a little bit of ability. I actually think this horse will be better on top of the ground. I think $3.70, Mark, is that what you said? Was a fantastic price, and I think it'll be winning this race.
Okay, how did we go the other day in the even billion we had? Did we had an even million something? Can you remember what it was?
Oh, was it Sadler's Lake or something? Oh, was that
Was it?
what
Do you remember?
I gave
Sadler's
none.
Lake versus Zaritza, they both loitered at the back.
Oh,
They're in second last to last.
Yeah, they did they? Yeah.
Another Quinella.
Yeah, oh, but mine was on the inside. Does that count
Oh,
as
well,
something?
both on the
Oh,
inside.
yeah, yeah.
I'll have another even million here. I'll take Revolver, guys. It's third up, comes back in distance, it's backing up. It finds Rory tomorrow. I think that Akatur race, Calabas, I was at Beaumont. It's only a 5-horse race, but it was a handy little race. I think on the back of this horse will be really ready to go tomorrow. I worry about Coco, so I thought it just spat the bit out the other day. It really worries me. And I thought there were other
Yeah,
bits.
but it's 1100 to 1400 metres on a heavy track, and it's a young horse. It's got to be a forgive.
Fair enough.
You're
and
a
that-
forgiver, but
I know what you mean there, and I take that on board, but I probably just see Glenn and I get all feeling funny. I thought there was bits and pieces in this race, guys. I thought Walk Right In, coming out of the same race, obviously was ridden upside down the other day, and I didn't think it to go in the front. I don't think it goes in front here tomorrow on barrier 2. I think it sits behind and gets a better run. And I'm really interested in what's called a litter. It's $21, but it finds back to its own age in a while now. And
Pat Farrell, the horses have to get themselves fit, don't they?
and been parading well. It's fourth up. It's got my mate Greg Ryan on it, and I love Greg. He's a champion. And I thought he could ride a big race at $21. But I've got the Waller horse with Rory on top there.
Yeah, so Mug Punter tweeted in, he said, on a scale of moral to moral, how much of a moral is Revolver?
no.
Mug Punter.
Mug Punter?
That might be my tweet. No, didn't even know. Well done, MP. MP used to be Melbourne Punter. Now it's Mug Punter.
Yeah, that's because he's become a steward, so he's Mug Punter.
Old MP. He was a good man. He's
know.
still riding
Yeah,
the Stewart's
well,
life.
Yeah. Look, I'm a Revolver fan, but I didn't. I don't know. Look, I know it was Huey on the inside the other day, but he didn't grab me in this race. I was more Coco XL, but nowhere near Gord's level of confidence.
Jeez, I'll be confident to take evens off both of you. Mine beats one other one home. I reckon you guys. I reckon that's the wrong tree to be barking up that Coco.
Okay, and anything else? Oh, you've already suspenders. I imagine will be well fancy tomorrow. Gerald, James Mack,
I
fresh.
hate talking about horses in 2 races. It just shits me, so I don't talk.
No,
about
it's not in 2 races.
What did you say?
Well,
It is,
Coco
it
XL
is.
is. No, well, suspenders is scratched from its other race.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I didn't know the scratches.
I think
Okay.
it's got some.
Coco
kind of
XL will
chance.
be in this race, though, won't it?
I think so.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Look, for me, I'm just assuming Coco XL is in this race. and
That's
not
what I
in the
did when
other
I did
race.
form.
There's a great chance in this race, and I think it's very
Well, just
low chance in the other race.
It looked like this
why
race.
would you run it?
anyway. Now we come to this exciting 2,200 metre race for race 3 here.
Well, I
punters.
love this race. I'm the only one that ever loves the staying races.
And,
And the betting sees the
Yep.
very, very talented Elysian at $2.50. $4.80 Letchworth. Hello, has anyone seen these horses?
Did someone put the decimal point in the wrong time?
$8 Doc Holiday, $8 Maralisa, $9 Red Largo, $12 Shelley's Girl, $13 Kanji, and $34 Super Coach. Right, well, no one else wants these races, so I'll take these races. Super Coach leads all the way here tomorrow.
Wow,
Wow.
I love it.
Well, it's third up. It worked hard OSL the other day.
Yeah.
It's finally back to Warwick Farm, the scene of its Metro win. It's up to its right trip, and honestly, Elysian just everything was right there at the scene of its last start win.
Yeah.
Are they going to come for it? But like Bjorn Baker, Andrew Adkins, like
It's moving into its right territory. So
So what do you forecast at SP tomorrow? 14 to 1 something.
yeah.
There you go. I knew straight away. It is a race that you just look straight away. You think Letchworth. Leave me out of Letchworth unless the rain comes. But I was
But it
all
just
up.
bludged the other day. I mean,
Oh, it's just a low bludge. It's a 10-year-old by King Cougar. I'm tipping the 4-year-old here, lightly raced from the Awful Stable. I'm tipping Doc Holiday. What are you laughing about?
It's a distance race, and I found Doc Holiday on top. So
there you go. I thought Doc Holiday, it's been parading really, really well. Needs a track to stay like this. If the rain comes, drop off. But it definitely needs a dry track. Obviously not going to get a dry track for a while, but this will be okay tomorrow. Favourite just leaves me completely cold, but I've still got to grant it a chance because I hate the second favourite so much. We've got Melissa. The only thing going for it is it's on the backup within 7 days. It's a 6-day backup or 5-day backup. And Red Lago just whacks away. But I like Doc Holiday. But I'm really interested in what Mike said about Supercoach because I'm looking for anything. I'm looking for anything.
That. I'll mention a couple of things about Doc Holiday. I just tick some crosses with this thing, and this is massive positive jockey change.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Saturday back.
5th up on a distance horse, that's fine, and out of a Saturday race.
Yeah, they're all good enough ticks.
It's just enough ticks, isn't it?
It's enough ticks.
And then you listen to this.
And $9 tick.
It's Metro form reads. It's Metro form reads 6th of 9, 7th of 9, 10th of 13, 10th of 10, 5th of 6, 5th of 9, 5th of 7, 6th of 7, 5th of 12.
Yeah, I understand
They're
that.
all its Metro runs.
Yeah, but it also, tomorrow, it's Letchworth. It's Elysian. It's Super Crocodile.
Well, what about Kanji, who actually has won 2 city races?
Hell, when it won Wyong, Great Orotar was up its arse.
I know, but it wasn't ready. It wasn't ready, Kanji. Like it's had the other run last week, it's got the blinkers off. You know, Sewell to the lead last Wednesday. It's on the 7-day backup.
Okay.
It's got the blinkers off, and it has at least one.
I think what we're saying to the punters there is we're looking away from both favourites a little bit, and maybe the market is like this, and we think it should be maybe like that. I think that's a fair comment. I mean, we might be 5-2 Valisian, 10-1 Letchworth, 14 Supercoach, maybe should be 10s. Yeah. You know, 5's Doc Holiday with a rubber stamp. I can see my market now. Yeah. I'm going to be going dun 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 dun.
That's great. We've done your work for you.
I never stop. Yeah.
I think if you're a trader,
here we go.
Well, if only Betfair wasn't liquid earlier, then you could do some good trading.
You could do some good trading. Yeah. Let's get to a groovy race 4. I love that word, groovy. It reminds me of the Brady Bunch. I found a fucking dicky bird here.
Race 4 is the highway horse Galaxy Warrior at $4.40. Monpere, who is having his first city start at $6. Hermosa Beach $6. Coolcraft at $9.50. $13 Tatouche, $15 Pursuit of Honour, $16 High Opinion, 21 bar.
Good race.
And Galaxy Warrior with Karen on should press forward.
Did you say it was favourite? Galaxy Warrior?
It's favourite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Power of Patch Fresh I had pushing on. Dubawi Dream on speed. Coolcraft on speed. And Monpere and Mana perhaps pressing on from a wide gate. Better drawn tomorrow. Oh look, I wanted to take a straight bat to this race. Glenn?
Well, I thought this was a perfect example of a really good quality class Saturday horse in a 3-year-old race first up. I think Tatouche sits underneath him here, looks at him the whole way. Trialled enormous. I think it's the right amount of time off, 137 days off. The booking of Shin just says Perry's found Shin. Like, why doesn't it only just win the race at $13?
Because it hasn't gone past a horse for about 12 months.
Yeah, it hasn't gone past the horses in Carbine Club Stakes, Frank Packer Plates, Benchmark 78s. These are crocodiles.
And last prep, it was never set up right for any of those races. I think it was a complete throwaway last prep. It was running against better standard horses.
And they kept going.
Lovely. It gapped them.
Did you like the trial?
I have Tatouche clearly on top at $13. Anyway,
so Tatouche to
Mark,
you.
what are you saying? You don't.
I love when I was doing the trial and I noticed that Big Ben the Clock ran 3rd. Great name. Big Ben the Clock.
I didn't like the fact that Big Ben the Clock came 3rd, but anyway.
Sounds a slow horse, doesn't it?
Look, I think what you're all pointing at is here is intention is very positive tomorrow. It's like, fuck, this horse is bloody just, it's doing my head in. I'm going to spell him. I'm going to throw everything at him. The big booming trial at Scone. I'm going to beat Shin up. 1400 first up. It's like, it's now or never.
You know, it is now or never. I wanted it over 1200 metres first up. I don't think this horse is a stayer.
No, it's not. It's not. It's
you know what I mean? So
it's probably nothing. Hey, listen, has anyone seen where Scratch Me Lucky is these days?
Yeah, I know. It's embarrassing.
No, Rockhampton.
No, I did win a race at Taree.
Poking around at Scone and he's a bit embarrassing. I agree with that. He is a bit embarrassing. But this horse, it's got a little bit of quality, Mark. It sets up well for it. I foresee it SPing at $6 tomorrow.
Okay.
I got it on top. The other three I had a second look at was Montpellier, Galaxy Warrior, Hermes Beach.
Let me say something about Montpellier.
And
I was at Kembla. It went like a rocket. I was there. It went really good, mate.
And I'll just say about Galaxy Warrior, it's highway form into a Wednesday Metropolitan race.
Just get the pen out and scratch. Is that what you did?
Yeah, well,
That's what I did.
yeah, but I mean, it's quite a weak race. So, and I thought Hermes Beach had PR last start, so I had to be against it.
Yeah, and the horse I thought that was parading well and racing well was Capolican.
Mark?
Yeah, well, dear little Capolican, who was,
Dear little stable.
dead set pigeonholed himself, and good
stable.
luck in a metro race. Coolcraft ran in a tough race the other day. This is his level. Mana drew gate 1 at Canterbury the other day, and he was stepping up from 1,000 to 1,200. He's now 1,400.
They're all bits and pieces. They all fit in. I agree with you. They fit in, but they just.
And what about the stable change of high opinion, who they wanted to back in weird races last preparation, notably the chairman's handicap, and now it's Chris Lees and Brett Abdullah.
It looks like there's an intention there. It's a juicy little meaty race, like most of the meeting tomorrow. So that's the end of part 1. Get yourself out to Warwick Farm tomorrow. If you need a free Chris Waller pie, still got a couple of.
Oh, you're still giving out pies at Warwick Farm?
Yeah, I stole the whole box. I said, fuck this, Waller can buy me a pie for the rest of the year. That's the end of part 1. Freezer's full.